100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 99, Fogo de Chão in Brazil. So my flight leaves in about 7 hours. Left everything at the airport, and I came for one last meal of all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue at Fogo de Chão. And Fogo de Chão is actually the most popular all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue restaurant in Brazil. For locals, by far, they're even in the Michelin guide. Of course, I'm curious to see if there's any big difference or if this is better, but mainly I just want to have another meal of all-you-can-eat Brazilian barbecue before I leave. And salad bar already looks so much better than anything I've seen in the US. So much fresh fruits and vegetables like papaya, pineapples, tons of salads. Bacon covered in chilies. That's the greatest thing. Greatest thing. Spicy, sweet. That's just so smoky and flavorful. I think I had this in the Fogo de Chão in the US. Feijoada, one of my favorite Brazilian dishes. And also crunchy pieces of pork belly. Oh my God. Tastes good, but that skin's just a tiny bit too bulletproof for me. Let's get started. And I got my first piece of meat, a cut of beef rib. That is very much melts in your mouth. Look at that chimichurri. That looks beautiful. A perfectly charred, fatty piece of filet. Look at all that glistening fat, oh my gosh. Oh my God, it's so perfectly seared. I love a lot of char on my fatty meat. It's just the most perfect amount of bitter, crispy char to the succulent, juicy meat. And they came by and sliced me a few cuts of picanha. Thin little layer of fat on the outside. The beef flavor is so strong in the picanha. Also, I got a piece of sirloin here. Look at this. Outside is beautifully charred. You can see a layer of fat, tons of juice. Oh my God. This is the best piece of sirloin I've ever had. It's better than the picanha. It is. Not saying the picanha is not delicious. It absolutely is. Their sirloin is just the best in the world of sirloin. You can see the fat, you can see the marbling. It's pure juice. This is a piece of prime rib. And you know this thing's gonna be fatty. You can see the marbling rivering through the meat. As I'm just cutting up this piece of prime rib, another skewer of prime rib arrived. I just went ahead and took another one. I know this is gonna be good. Holy mother, of all that is beef, that prime rib is unbelievable. Best cut so far. So much fat, so much juice. This char is just the most perfect char you've ever had from a Brazilian barbecue. To say this is better than the US Fogo de Chão would 100% be insulting it. Fogo de Chão in the US never tasted this good. It's like Superman fighting, like, well, me. No contest. Oh my gosh, this place is just like nothing I've ever had before. I can't believe I've been to a restaurant that is this one, but not. It's like they exist in completely different dimensions. Toasted cheese. Of course, you got to get the spicy honey. The outside is so toasty. It's nutty, it soaks up whatever flavor you add to it. Amazing. This picanha, crispy fat on the outside, and look at that juice. I can't believe how good this is and how much better it is compared to what I have in the US. Besides the juicy meat and the crispy fat, there's such a wonderful smoky flavor to it that is just really obvious. Every single piece here, perfection. Can you believe how juicy the steak is? And they definitely cook it more rare than they do in the US. I've never seen meat drip with this much juice at a Brazilian barbecue before. Also just got a piece of lamb. Again, what a drippy, fatty mess. What? Oh my God, this is just unreal. I swear, when he was cutting me this piece of lamb, and from my past lamb experiences at Fogo de Chão in the US, this was gonna be dry, at least a bit tough. Perfect, 10 out of 10. 20 out of 10. If you don't love lamb after biting into this, you will be converted. The most tender and juicy thing that tastes like a meaty floodgate. One bite and a floodgate opens, your mouth just fills with juice. Don't need to add anything to this meat. Every piece is perfection. So for lunchtime, I think it's the same 5 or 6 different cuts of meat floating around. I did see that they brought the table next to me some lamb ribs, so I asked for some of that as well. This is something I didn't see floating around that I had to especially ask for, so I don't know whether there are other meats that you could just request, but this looks like a delicious rack of lamb. Oh my God. It's a breathtaking bite of meat. The flavor is perfect. The smoke is almost like an additional ingredient flavoring the meat. Oh my gosh. I think the meat here at Fogo de Chão, flavor-wise, is better than barbacoa. That smoke, it makes such a huge difference. I don't know how they're cooking the meat back there. I mean, it is intensely smoky. I'm gonna miss this so much, so much. Yeah, I just confirmed they use charcoal to barbecue everything. Get out of town. It's so good. That smokiness, wow. And so far I've been to Barbacoa and Fogo de Chão. Both of these are Michelin restaurants. Both of them are amazing. The service is so attentive. As soon as you sit down, I've been to Fogo de Chão in the US where I would sit there for the first 30 to 40 minutes and no meat would come around. Even after that, it was just maybe 2 cuts floating around. But here, as soon as you sit down, as soon as you flip this to green, it is on. I mean, meat just floods your table very quickly. They notice right away. If you drop a napkin or your plate needs changing, they notice it right away. The buffet is beautiful. So many different colors, so many different food items, whatever you want, veggies, sauces, chilies, fruits, and they cut you a lot. That's another difference in the US is usually you get like one and then you have to kind of like beg them for another slice of meat. Here they cut you a lot of meat because there's so many more of them just floating around. Of course, I can't compare the 2 restaurants fairly because I'm eating the lunch version of Fogo de Chão and I had the dinner version of Barbacoa, but amount of different versions of picanha at Barbacoa, I've never seen that before. It's so great. I also do like Barbacoa's chimichurri better. Fogo de Chão, every single cut of meat is 10 out of 10. But their side dishes, lacking a little bit. Not that you should really care about the side dishes. Bottom line, such an amazing experience. Both places. Highly recommend if you are ever in Brazil, get yourself some all-you-can-eat barbecue.